KO the base here. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
Can't hear you, KO.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Well, I pushed the unmute, but you were hating on me. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Morning After Show. It's me, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and the singing OG KQKC. What's up with it, KQ?
Hey, man, what's going on, man? Just come off a good night of boxing, man. Man, oh, man. Yes,
KQ,
sir.
you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me, KQ? You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. I was just saying, what's up, man? How's everything going?
Oh, everything cool, man. Everything cool. We just came out of a good night of boxing. Man, I enjoyed that night of boxing, man. And Alycia Baumgardner put on. I mean, I'm afraid Martin got some things he need to work on. So man, I mean, last night was, man, we're gonna talk about it. Yes, sir. All right.
Yes, sir. Let me see who we got in the building. Let me know if y'all can, if y'all can hear me. My stuff might be tripping a little bit. It's a storm out here. But let me do that. I'm gonna take my camera off right now, and hopefully that storm pass and we'll be all right. But let me see who we got.
I can hear you real good.
Okay, let me see who we got in the building real quick, and then we'll get to the action. We got D1 up in this thing. What's up with it, bro? We got Matthew Davis in the building, Thomas Hill. We got Joshua Richardson slid through. We got Andrew Gray in the building. Who else we got, bro? We got Ratchet since 91. We got the homie Dante Hall up in this thing. We got Big Block. What's up with it, Big Block? We got Savage Bo. We got Javon 1007. What's happening? We got the homie Teach in the building. Robert Singleton, what's good with you? The OG Thrill Hill. What's up with it, Thrill Hill? We got D Free. What's good, D Free? Who else? We got Sadiq Brown in the building. We got what's up with it, King Vonnie, King D. G Go Crazy, what's good? Reed 215 Philly up in this thing. ATX Slab Life Cletus, aka Big Texas, hashtag TWT. What up? Clark Bay TV in the building. Stinger from above up in this thing. The homie Thomas Hill, what's good with you? Who Israel? You know what I mean? What's good with you? Who else we got? Not me, what's good? Not me says, KO, what are your thoughts on the Fury fighting an exhibition? I think it's trash. He's an active champion Somebody deserves a shot at that goddamn title, not some 0-0 MMA fighter. I don't give a damn how good he is at MMA. That man went from negotiating undisputed in the heavyweight division to fighting an MMA fighter and putting his title on the line. I low-key hope he lose. I low-key hope he lose. Shout out to Rome the Plug. I see you in the building. OG, real quick. Shoot, that could be the first. Let's get it going. What's your thoughts on Tyson Fury fighting Francis Ngannou of MMA, man?
I agree with
What's
you,
your thoughts
man.
on that, bro?
Man, I agree with you. That's trash. I don't care about them type of fights. When you transition over like that, either you're gonna do one or the other, right? Yeah, it's okay to do it when you're retired or whatever, and you want to try something new. But you are a heavyweight champion, and like you said, you're negotiating for undisputed, right? And you're gonna go from that to that. Then either you is lazy or something else, or you just don't want to fight no more. I mean, you just want the easy money, the fast money. I don't agree with that at all. And that really, that really grinds my damn gears.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, look, the only reason I even talked about it was because not me asked me to. That'll be the first and last time y'all hear me talk about that shit, man. That'll be the first and last time y'all hear me talk about that shit. I see Stephen Jonah getting in the building. I see the homie Jay Grant Jr. Salute to all y'all. Brian King, B Falcone. What's up with it, man? Well, look, let's get straight to it, man. Let's get straight to it. We got a few fights to cover. We'll kind of go back and forth between the DAZN card and the Showtime card. Boss Dog, what's up? I see you. And then we got some hot topics, some news to cover. They had the All Access last night. Tank got out of jail. You know what I mean? So much to talk about this morning. Let's start with one of the fights though. Let's get warmed up on one of the fights, man. I want to talk about the co-main event. I want to talk about Andy Cruz made his professional debut last night. What did you think of his performance against Juan Carlos Burgos?
I think he did a great job. That's his pro debut at 27 years of age. I mean, he's coming right straight to a 10-round fight. He didn't gas out. He didn't look lazy. He was working his jab. He was working right behind the jab. So I mean, I think he looked great. Now, of course, you got to step up in competition. And for him coming from that pedigree, he looking for bigger fights. Cause I know he fights, and I know he come from that school of Cuban fighting. So he did a great job, I think, last night. I'm expecting him to get the big knockout and things like that. So they matched him up great. They matched him up real great last night. So, yes, sir. So that's how I thought about it. Great. Yeah, I think he did a great job. Yes, sir.
Yeah, for me, it's fine. For me, I thought Andy Cruz showed every tool in like that man. He got good distance control. He's a good he got good counter punching, a nice jab. He fast. He very instinctive in there. You can tell that boy can fight, man. That Cuban school of boxing is something else. The only thing that the only thing with Andy, I wonder, like, can he sit down on some shots? Can he get some respect at the highest level? Because a lot of that shit is fast and it's effective. It score points, but it just ain't. He don't hit hard, man. He don't hit. He ain't got no crack behind what he doing, but he definitely got some mad skills, bro. And fighting a 10-round fight, we saying he making his pro debut, but he is 27 years old. So I think it's a great move. Like, he can't afford at his age and his level. He's a world amateur champion, Olympic amateur champion. He can't afford to be starting off slow. Like, we don't need to see Andy Cruz in a bunch of 4-rounders, 6-rounders, 8-rounders, and all. Like, he's starting off right. Shit, he doing a 10-round fight, and he can only go up from there. And I like it, man. I like how they trying to move him. I would just say, in there with Bozy, in there with Jerron Ennis, man. Maybe watch Jerron hit the mitts and hit the pads and shit, and learn how to sit down on something, so you can get some crack coming behind yours. Because with the stuff that he was hitting Juan Carlos Burgos with, he should have been able to hurt him a lot more. And I know Juan Carlos Burgos is extremely durable. He always has been, and he probably will be to the day that he retires. But he was hitting him with a lot of stuff that I thought he would get different reactions from. And so it's some credence and some accuracy to what Keyshawn Davis said when Keyshawn when Keyshawn said that he ain't got no powers and all that pity pat shit ain't gonna work in the pros. But let me say this: Andy Cruz is on his helmet though. He calling for Keyshawn. He calling to fight him. He been calling to fight him from the moment that he said he was turning pro. And Keyshawn need to get that back. Keyshawn lost that man like 3-4 times in the amateurs, man. They need to fight, bro. They need to fight. Like I know the pros and the amateurs two different things, but somebody beat your ass 3 or 4 times, man. You gotta get that back. You gotta get that back. You know what I mean? But overall, for his debut, I thought Andy Cruz did a hell of a job for his debut, and I'm very excited that he's in the lightweight division, man. You look around there down there at 135, and all those guys going from 135 to 140. It's some big fights down there in the future, man. It's some big fights down there in the future. In that little era right there where they all just started, you got Keyshawn Davis, you got Andy Cruz now in the mix, you got Raymond Murray in the mix, you got Shakur Stevenson, who's gonna be at 135 for the next few years in the mix. You got Abdullah Mason. It's some dudes down there that's maybe not, Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Lomachenko, kind of in their own era. But then them guys coming right behind them, that's kind of pushing their era. Oh, it's some fights down there, man. I can't wait to see who kind of steps up and separates themselves from the pack. You know what I mean? But shout out to Andy, man. Shout out to Andy.
Let me say this, knockout. The amateurs and the pros, we know they are different. Okay, and I think Andy was gonna fit in and settle in pretty good because see, that's his first fight as a pro, and we know that amateurs, of course, with the different gloves, headgear, all that stuff is different, and he's gonna have to get used to it, and of course, and on the farm, they call it the farm, the finger. In Cuba, they don't hit hard like that. Okay, it just don't have the equipment and things like that. They don't want to damage their hands. So I think he's gonna settle in. I'm pretty good with Ennis, and start sending down on the punches as he move up. And of course, like you say, Keyshawn need to be on his helmet too. Okay, because like you say, if he lost so many times, of course, this guy is a better skilled type fighter, better ring IQ than you are. Now, I don't know if like you say, Keyshawn, he was pity patting too. When he first came in, so matter of fact, he still is a little bit, so so we gonna see how Andy settle in. So I think he will settle in pretty good on knockout. I think he's gonna settle in pretty good and get the program going and with them 8-ounce gloves and things like that. He's gonna start sitting down on the punches. He's gonna get it with the program. He hit the right place.
Really? Yeah, I'm with you. I think Bozy, when I was listening to his instructions in the corner, Bozy be telling him what to do. You know what I mean? Like he give really good instructions. So he's a teacher, and we'll see how he's able to develop Andy Cruz. Shout out to Greg Abernathy with the $10 in the super chat. Says was at the fight in Detroit last night. Real impressive what I saw from Cruz. Ready for anyone at 135. I think he's ready for a lot of guys. He's highly talented, but everyone. I mean, maybe he can be competitive with everyone, but I think there's some guys that definitely he won't be ready for in his second professional fight. Look, I got to stop right here because we got 132 people in the building and we got 76 likes. I need y'all to get the likes up to 100. Y'all want the boxing talk and everybody here having a good time, and we here early trying to give it to you, man. Y'all got to hit the like button for us one time. So I know everybody can't do what Greg just did and drop super chats. I understand that costs money. I know everybody can't go to the Cash App. I understand that costs money, but I need y'all to do what's free for me. So we up to 84 likes. Y'all want to continue the show? I need us to get up at least over 100 likes. We up to 87 right now. I need the first voice you hear after. Yeah, I need 13 more people to hit the like button. Now we up to 91, 93. I just need 7 more likes, man. I need 7 more likes. That shit work because now I got 140 people in here. You see what I'm saying? Yes, that's why we need them. That's why we need them likes, man. 99, 101. Much love to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Look, OG, I gotta ask you, man.
Yes, sir.
King Tank is back, baby. Yeah, King Tank is out of jail with the fro. He ready to go, baby. He ready to get back, man. What does this do to the lightweight division? I think we just got an influx of something to talk about. It's making the conversation a whole lot more interesting. Ain't nobody got no fights. Tank ain't got no fight. Devin ain't got no fight. Shit, Shakur ain't got no fight. Ain't nobody got no fight. Somebody need to fight each other. But Tank is out of jail. What you got on that, man?
Man, who's gonna be the first one to make the move? That's the question. Now, of course, Devin Haney, good fighter, no problem. But okay, Dev, if you all that, okay, you made the weight, you stayed there. You know, you starved yourself. Starve yourself one more time. Get in there with Tank Davis. Prove yourself. Prove that you can take a shot. Prove that you can take a punch. And prove that you got power. All right, let's see it. All right, let's see it. Let's see that, of course, Lomachenko and that fight. Okay, that was a little. This ain't Lomachenko. Okay, this is Tank Davis, and Tank Davis sit down on his punches. So let's see, can you take that punch? Lomachenko, he's not 27. Lomachenko is not a 28. Okay, so this is a different type of breed. And right now, according to rumors, Tank's supposed to have sent a contract to Haney. I don't know how true that is. All right, of course, you know, they can say and do anything, of course, on the internet. So I don't know how true that is till we verify that 100%. You know, but still, Tank want that smoke. He might be hungry. He might be hungry to prove himself. And I will say this: Tank wanting to see if Devin Haney is all that, because he said he's not all that. You know, and he want to prove that. You know, so let's see it. You know, I'm a boxing fan, you know, and I want to see the best fight the best, right? You know, have nothing against neither one of these fighters, you know, but I want to see the best fight the best. If Haney's the best, I want you to show me, right? You know, I want you to show me. I'm like Missouri, I'm a show me state, right? Show me something, right? You know, and Tank, like you say, he fights at 135, right? He fought at 140, but he don't feel comfortable at 140. He feel comfortable at 135. Calvin said that, hey, listen, Tank is a 135 pounder. That's it. Now, Devin, yes, he's a big lightweight. He should have been moved up. Okay. But I still in all, you know, it is what it is. And Tank still believes he can get him out of there. I want to see the fight. You know, I really want to see it. I want to see who's going to be on top. You know, and like I say, it's a difference. And people don't understand this A side, right? Do you understand what A side really means? A side don't mean that you got this.
They do OG until it's their favorite fighter that's the B side. Then they don't understand that shit no more.
Right.
They do though.
Right.
Everybody understand A side, B side. They
right.
just all of a sudden they don't understand that shit no more when it's their favorite fighter that's the B side. That's all.
Right.
That's all
okay.
it is, man.
Okay, yeah, because you know, A side means commerce. Okay, and things like that. People don't understand the definition of it. So, but anyway,
Shakur Devin's the A side. Shakur signed the contract.
Right.
Oh, Tank's the A side over Devin, but Devin should negotiate. He should negotiate and see what he can get. Y'all boy funny, man. Oh, Shakur's a duck. He didn't sign the contract from A side Haney. Devin the A side Haney.
I mean,
he should have signed the contract. When his ass turned into Devin the B side Haney, they're like, no, Devin's the undisputed champion. He has to negotiate.
Right.
He has to be able to negotiate. Like,
go along, get along game.
Yeah, all right, whatever y'all say, man. Y'all got that shit. Look, I'm happy that Tank is out of jail. In all seriousness, man, like what I love is that everybody is now free. And now everything I told y'all that Devin should wait and see what's going on with Tank. Boy, I be right. Y'all be disagreeing with me, but boy, I be right then a motherfucker. Y'all need to start putting flowers and shit in the chat in the comment section and all that. But look, they don't need to negotiate now with nobody but each other, bro. Like, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear nothing about Tank fighting nobody else. I don't want to hear nobody about Devin fighting nobody else at this point. They gotta go at each other. They need to either fight or somebody need to make somebody duck them. You know what I mean? Like, I need to see what the hell is going on. So while I'm happy that he's out, you know what I'm saying? Spend whatever time you need to spend, next and all that shit. But I mean, spend whatever time you need to spend with your family and stuff, because you just got out. I understand that. But the only person that Tank Davis needs to negotiate with, and the only person that Devin now needs to negotiate with, is with Tank, and Tank with Devin. That's all we should be pushing for. If you pushing for anything else, bro, that's on you. You're not really standing behind what your fighter said. But for me, man, I'm happy that the young man is out and free. I'm happy that Devin Haney got released when he got arrested. I hope he beat everything that he got going on too. And that these two young brothers can get in that ring, make a whole bunch of goddamn money, and put on a great show. You know what I mean, for the fans. So that's all I got to say on it, man. Welcome home, Tank. The conversation just got heated up, and we're gonna keep it going, and we're gonna continue to push for Devin Haney and Tank Davis to get in that ring and get that shit cracking. And that's all I got on that. You got anything else on it, OG?
Yeah. I want to say about Devin Haney, when he went, got arrested and everything. I haven't had a chance to really speak.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let's talk about that. Devin getting arrested. Let's go.
Right. It's just that it shouldn't came to that. He's and I'm being sincere about this. He's a nice kid, a nice young man. I'm not gonna call him a kid. I don't know why people keep calling him a kid. He's a grown ass man, but he's a young man, right? He's a young man. Okay, he's a nice young man, and that's what I like to see from him from all the way out. And with who he's with, I don't know who he's with. I don't know who they are, whatever. But he should never been in that position. All right, and I'm an old school type of guy, and we take the blunt of messing up someone else's career. You don't want that jacket on you. Having a rest. I mean, even though you're successful right now, things like that could come back and hunt you. Somewhere, somehow, it can. Going over to other countries, things like that can be in your way. Gun charge is a gun charge, and plus it makes it sound bad. But he's a good young man. He's a great young man, and I don't want to see his career get messed up by some BS. And sometimes you got to watch where you go. You got to watch what you do. You're in that limelight, and there's no way no security should have no type of firearm credentials. If you can that, okay, that ain't nothing but a handgun, but it's a semi-automatic handgun. But they made it sound kind of like real big and like
Man, it shit sound like he had a rocket launcher.
Right, like an AR-15.
Devin Haney got a bazooka out this bitch. What the fuck going on?
Right. They made it sound so bad, but he's a nice young man. I just want to see him and Tate fight, man. That's all, and, that's all I'm saying. I don't want to see nobody get in trouble and go to jail, man. I mean, that's crazy. But hey, it is what it is, though. So
yeah, I'm glad. I just hope he beat that shit, man. Listen, when it comes to stuff like that, OG, I tell my wife all the time, because you just take it everywhere. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather have that shit and not need it than need that shit and not have it. So I understand the need for protection, especially from a young, successful brother like Devin Haney. You want to be able to protect yourself. I would just say make sure everything registered, make sure that everything is got its proper paperwork. And with you, you know what I mean, it's Devin the Dream Haney, bro. You got millions. If it's like that and that's how you feel, man, just get you some security, bro. Get you some security. Let them carry the guns and be professional and protect you and shit. Then that way you don't have to worry about shit like that. But other than that, bro, like you gotta protect yourself. This world crazy. But I seen somebody say Google the gun laws. Yes, you need to know the gun laws of places that you at, and move accordingly and be able to protect yourself effectively. And do all of that. You know what I mean? Like and it's there's really nothing else need to be said other than get you some great lawyers, get that shit done, and if you can get it off your record, get it off your record. Because like you said, I don't give a damn how rich you are. That shit always try to find a way back to hunt you with some shit, man.
Yes, sir.
You'll find a way back to hunt your ass. You'll look up and like you said, you be trying to plan a honeymoon or something, plan some travel or something. You get ready to get on that motherfucking airplane, they'll fucking hold your ass. You will be like, damn, that was like 18 years ago. They'll be like, we don't give a damn. We don't care. So, just do what you need to do. And if that's true, Rolo, in the photo, if security was with him and it was one of their gun and they didn't say it was my gun, then you fire their ass. Because if he had security with him and he would just, because they say he wasn't driving and he was just riding in the car, and then nobody in the car step up and say that was mine, and they let him get arrested for it, oh, y'all fired. And if any of y'all supposed to be my homeboys, y'all ain't my friends no more, dog. I'm letting y'all know that shit right now. Like I'm the one the car registered to me. I'm probably the reason that we out doing whatever we doing. I'm the one that's footing the bill. I'm the bankroll. I'm all that shit, man. You know what I mean?
Right,
and I could tell one of y'all should have One of y'all should have said that was y'all. I don't know what the hell. I don't know who he got around him, boy. They fucking up the money. They messing up the money, bro.
You ain't lying. I ain't messing up my money, man.
Hey,
I gotta protect this dude, right? I gotta protect
if you and I together and you rich and I'm getting everything off you, look, hey, that's mine, bro. Hey, that's me.
Right.
Hey, that's mine. Shit. KQ, come get me later. He'll come holler. He'll come get me later. I'll be all right. Shit, he'll come get me later. Give me a couple of racks and shit, and I'm good for the month. Let me go ahead and take this. Yeah, that's me right there. Even if it ain't mine, that's mine. You know what I mean? I don't know who he with, but hey, man, whatever, bro. You know?
Oh yeah.
Whatever y'all say. But look, man, let's get to another fight. Let's talk about Elvis Rodriguez. And Victor Postal. I thought that was a real good fight. I thought that was a good performance from Elvis Rodriguez. You know what I mean? I thought he did a real good job. What you got on that fight, man? That was on the Showtime card. We're going back and forth, y'all. We're about to get to the main event in a minute. But what you got on Elvis Rodriguez and Victor Postal?
Man, you know what? Elvis Rodriguez, he needed that. He needed that fight. Okay. I was really high on Elvis Rodriguez. You know, Elvis had left a bit. I was really going on this guy, right? And now he's starting to come back into his normal self. Now, Victor Poster, I admit he's 40 years old almost, right? He's 39, 38, you know, and now Victor Poster, it's time to say goodbye, right? Because he just don't have it like that anymore. He almost came back with a good showing last night, but Elvis Rodriguez, now he's with Freddie Roach. And he's doing now he's listening, he's maturing, he's growing up now. And of course he was younger at that time, but now he's older and now he's getting mature. Now he's working and taking his time. And now I like what he's doing now. He's doing too much posturing for me though. I don't like that. You know, you gotta let your hands go. And he started doing that. You know, he started doing that, but it still took his time. But he still started letting his hands go. And he could have got him out there sooner than the 7th, but he took his time. But still, I think it was a good showing. And that's a confidence builder. That's what he needed, that confidence builder. And that, I think that gonna be the start of something good coming from Elvis Rodriguez. Yeah. So
yeah, hey, I'm with you. And I said it on the breakdown that Elvis Rodriguez, he got to learn to find a way to be more active. He just don't throw enough for me. You know what I mean? He always, like you said, he looked like he doing something, you know, the feints and shit.
Right.
All that shit. But bro, let your hands go. When he finally did let his hands go, he was doing damage. Nice, strong, stiff power jab that he was working behind. That was rocking Victor Postal. And then he eventually, you know, that right hook. I said it in the breakdown. That right hook, nasty, boy. That right hook he got, that shit do damage, man. Just go look up what the right hook he landed on Joseph Adorno and what it did to Joseph Adorno. It took Joseph Adorno's soul out of his body, bro. Joseph Adorno did everything but fall down when Elvis Rodriguez hit him with that right hook. So his right hook nasty. He hit Postal with it. And Postal, like you said, 39 years old. At one point in his career, he could say, man, I only lost to the best. Because that's the only people that could beat him was like a Terrence Crawford, Jose Ramirez. He would only lose to the best at 140. Now he over here losing the prospects and shit. Nah, hey, when you start losing the prospects like this, it's time for you to look at yourself and be like, do I really want to wait for them to call me to fight Tiger Johnson? Like, is that what I am? Like, wow. Do I really want to wait? Do I really want to wait for Keyshawn Davis and Abdullah Mason and all them boys to get to 140 pounds and then Top Rank start hitting me up because they want a former champion on their resume and shit? Now they calling my ass up at 41 years old with the goddamn young killer and shit. Like, you know what? Let me just bow out gracefully, because that's what he got in his future, bro. He ain't getting no more shots. He ain't finna be a world champion again. They probably won't even put him in there with top contenders. You better start getting that prospect phone call. It's gonna be like a 20-year age gap. You know what I mean? Right. And you're gonna be in that bitch with some young, strong, hungry lions looking to make a name. Obviously, they're gonna start looking at, okay, what did Gary Antoine Russell do? Okay, let me do him worse. What did Elvis Rodriguez do to him? Okay, I gotta do him worse than what Elvis. Like, that's how they gonna start looking at you, bro. So you might well just go on back to the Ukraine if you can, or if you living in the States now with your family, man, just go to your family and chill, bro.
Right.
Just go to your family and chill, because it's getting bad for Victor Postal. I do want to say Elvis Rodriguez's performance OG, it got me looking at Gary Antoine Russell side-eyed a little bit, man. I'm looking at Gary Antoine Russell like, bro, you struggle way more with Victor Postol. And he was coming off a way longer layoff when he fought you. Like, and Gary Antoine Russell got a fight coming up, so I'm gonna be watching that fight closely. But thinking back to Gary Antoine Russell's performance against Elvis Rodriguez, against Victor Postol, is Elvis Rodriguez a better prospect than Gary Antoine Russell, even though Gary Antoine Russell got the name and shit? Like, does his performance make you look at Gary Antoine any differently?
Man, Gary Antoine, both are southpaws, both fighting in southpaw stance. Let me put it that way. But still, I think Elvis Rodriguez just settled in better. Now, Gary Antoine, I don't know because of the height. I don't know, but Gary Antoine Russell had the name, the Gary Russell brothers. The Russell brothers. He had that name, and that would pretty much kind of put him on another level. And now they both at 140. Now 140 division. No matter how you look at it, it's heating up. It's heating up right now. So watch what happens with 147. 140. Now Devin Haney, once he get through with the tank situation, he's gonna be up there. And now, that's gonna be that's gonna be a division that you're gonna have to watch and see. But Elvis Rodriguez, if he continue on like he did last night, and better competition as he keep going, I think he's gonna be something special. But Gary Antoine, we was discussing that a couple of days ago on last week, and we haven't heard anything from him, and he hasn't had the best performances, and I don't know, is that because of what's going on in the personal life with the loss of his father and things like that? But he's gonna have to step it up a little bit more, Gary Antoine. But I don't think that they both are outdoing each other. I don't think he's on a different level. And then Elvis, I think Elvis now is starting to he show more. Other words, let me put it this way: he show more, but Gary Antoine is more busier and more right. He's like he fake. Now he's not faking, but he just got that style that Gary Antoine doesn't have. But Gary Antoine, he has that style where he just go in there and he will let his hands go.
Yeah, Gary Antoine, all gas, no brakes, fast hands. He real aggressive. Right. Elvis Rodriguez, he look at the time. You set his shots up a little bit better.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He more accurate and not as not as active. And Gary Antoine is more active and maybe not as accurate. So I see what you're saying. I get it. So I want to talk about your boy for a little bit. So Derrick James, a good thing about him having people fighting and stuff is you're getting a lot of microphones put in Derrick James' face. And one of the most popular questions that he's asked about is Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez, because we all know we got that big fight coming up in 2 months. And they asked him about how he wants Jermell Charlo to come into the fight, how he wants him to look in terms of his weight. And he said something, and this lets me know that I've been on the right path, because he said what I've been saying, OG. He said, I don't believe in getting that heavy. I say he should come in 163, 164. I want him to be fast. I want him to be athletic. I want him to be mobile. The heavier you are, it's like you'll be lethargic, slower. You have to be faster. I love that take because that's my take. But what do you agree with Derrick James? Do you think Jermell should use all of that, the weight limit, to bulk all the way up to 167, 168? Or should he just do what Derrick James is saying? You just train, and if your natural weight is 163, 164, that's what you come in at, so you can be fast, so you can be sharp, so you can be yourself. What do you think of Derrick James saying that he maybe is willing for Jermell to give up some size to Canelo, but continue to keep his speed and his athleticism, his ability to move? What do you think of that, man?
You know what? He's 100% right. He's 100% right, because I was saying the same thing. See, one thing about Jermell Charlo, one thing about Derrick James, when Jermell left Ronnie Shields, he sat down on his punches, but without exerting himself. See, you don't have to punch hard, trying to punch hard with all your might and all your stamina, right? Derrick James taught him how to punch without exerting himself. So by bulking up, that's going to shorten your jab, make you tight. And by bulking up doesn't mean power. Okay, that don't mean that you're gonna get the knockout. That means your stamina gonna be shortened. That means that you're not gonna have that stamina to go 13 round, 15 round, right? You're gonna barely make it to 10, and then your stamina gonna start shrinking down. No, but Derrick James is 100% right. You don't want to go in there and put all that weight on. Your jab is not gonna be sharper. Your jab gonna be tight. You can't get that snap on it like you want to, or like you used to. Now, Jermell Charlo been fighting the same way for years. He's up on his toes. He moving. He working a jab. He working a stick, right? But then when you get that weight on him, he's not moving like he's moving slower. Then, then of course, Canelo Alvarez, he's gonna walk down to you. He's flat-footed. He's gonna walk down to you, dig to that body, and then come with the straight high guard, and then come straight with the straight right. So I mean, he's doing right. He's telling him right. You don't want to get in there too bulked up. That's not going. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because stamina. That's everything, man. Because people have gotten knocked out because running out of gas. And that's a big problem. When you start getting up in them higher weight classes. So we all know how heavyweights are. You're not gonna see no heavyweight on their toes like that, unless you or that Usyk or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he telling them the right thing.
Yeah, I don't know if he was listening to my video or shit, because it's exactly what I said and that's exactly what I believe. Listen, man, if you Jermell Charlo, you can use going up 14 pounds in weight to your advantage, and what it can do is all he should do, OG, is basically what Derrick James saying. Look, man, because he probably cut 10 to 15 pounds to make 154 anyway. So, bro, you just train. You just do everything you do like you fighting in 154, except for that last week. You just ain't got to cut no weight. And that's gonna make you strong. That's gonna make you not have to worry about rehydrating up. You get to stay hydrated and you get to be yourself all the way to this time to fight. And that's gonna make you explosive, fast. It ain't gonna mess up your damn stamina none. As a matter of fact, it'll help it because you didn't have to cut no weight. And you just go in there, and if that means you hit the scale at 163 or 162 or whatever it is, then damn it, you just hit the scale at 162, 163, and you ready to get it popping. You let all that weight cut, hydrate back up. You leave that shit up to Canelo. You know what I'm saying? You let him do all that shit, because Canelo already got gas tank issues. We already see he's slipping a little bit. You don't want to look back and be like, damn, I could have got him, but I bulked up and I end up getting tired the last part of the fight. And you want to give yourself the best chance to win, and the best opportunity that Jermell Charlo has to beat Canelo Alvarez is to make sure that he make weight the right way. And the right way for him to make weight, trying to jump up 2 weight classes, is just to train, bro. You just train. Do everything you did to become the undisputed champion at 154. You don't change a goddamn thing. That don't mean you need to fucking do more strength and conditioning, try to add no muscle. You don't need to do none of that shit. You just go in that bitch, and whatever you weigh is what you weigh. And you hit the scale looking like a goddamn G.I. Joe Power Ranger action figure or some shit, and you go in there ready to get shit cracking and get it popping. Because I'm telling y'all, if he bulk up too much, people gonna be looking at the picture like, oh, Jermell, man, he looking strong, he looking bulk up. I'm gonna be looking at that shit worried. I'm gonna be like, God damn, that's not gonna go well. That's not gonna go well for him, because you're gonna be tired as hell. And y'all say what you want about Canelo. You don't want to be tired in the ring with Canelo, bro. You don't want to be tired in the ring with Canelo. You want to be in that bitch your full, healthy, 100% self. You know what I'm saying? So it's still a very good fight. I hope he listens to Derrick James, because Derrick James know what the hell he's talking about. And if he your trainer, then you need to do what your coach said, bro. If your coach is telling you what he wants you to come in at, you need to listen to him. So he'd be a fool not to listen to Derrick James. We do not need the Jermell Charlo that showed up for the first Brian Castano fight and didn't want to listen to nothing that Derrick James said. We need the one from the second fight, and he need to start listening, and he need to start listening right now, 2 months out. Just if you're lifting weights, if you're doing all the extra shit, stop that shit and just focus on training for the fight, and then just go in the best version of yourself. That's all I got on it, bro.
Yeah, just real fast. Jermell, I think he will listen to Derrick. I have seen a difference in Jermell Charlo. I have seen a difference in the last maybe since the Castano fight. Jermell Charlo wants to be great. And one thing about Jamel Charlo, he matured a lot. He matured a lot. I'm talking about like 110%. He matured, and and I hate that, of course, they called him Little Charlo, but still, I mean, it is what it is. But I still think Jamel is a has matured a lot. He used to be a hot firecracker, and I think he's gonna listen to Derrick James. One thing about him, Spence, Frank, Ryan, Anthony, they all pay attention to Derrick James because what he does is tell them, and what they do, it comes true. So yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong, and you don't want to do it on your own because
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree with that, man. I agree with that. Let's get to the main event on the zone card, man. Alycia Baumgardner defended her undisputed super featherweight, junior lightweight, 130-pound titles against Christina Leonardo. She got the victory, man, in her hometown, Detroit. Stand up. What did you think of Alycia Baumgardner's performance, man?
Man, I think she was on fire last night. I think she was on point last night. I had watched the last fight, that she, the fight she had with Mackenberg, whatever her name was, whatever. But
Michaela Mayer, is that what you're
no,
talking
no,
about?
I'm
You
talking
talking about
about
the one
no,
after that?
one after that one. Now,
Okay,
Alycia Baumgardner got to fix that gas tank. Okay, she got to fix that gas tank, and of course, she got a trainer that his gas tank wasn't so great either. I mean, I'm not trying to slam him, but I mean, his gas tank wasn't that great
Now you
either.
ain't lying. You ain't
So
lying, boy.
you
That's
know,
why that was Tony's biggest downfall.
right,
You knew two things about Tony. You knew Tony was gonna get hurt in the
uh,
fight, and you knew at some point his ass was gonna get tired, bro. You could book that shit. You don't give a damn if he winning the fight, boxing a master class, or if he losing and he's struggling. You know he gonna get hurt
right,
at the
right,
highest level, and you know his
uh,
ass gonna get tired. You ain't lying. Go ahead.
yeah, So I mean, but besides that, uh, uh, she was ready for that fight. She wanted that fight. She wanted that get back. I like what she's doing. I like she revenging her loss. That I admire. I encourage that. If someone beats you, get that rematch. Get that rematch and go in there and make that happen. But Baumgardner came out round one working that stick. Now, of course, I just don't like it, but it works for her. But I don't like dropping them hands. I don't like throwing the jab from the leg. I don't like that. I like the jab to be up here, But if it works for her, okay. But someone gonna be faster than you and gonna time you, and then you might just get cracked. But she timed her, and she was catching him. But this Christina Leonardo will not go away. She would not go away. She was a tough fight for Baumgardner, and she needed that. She needed that last night, and she came out a winner. And now I'm gonna tell you, if they had 3-minute rounds, I think she could have got the knockout because she was throwing her right hands. I mean, in the later rounds, I'm talking about round 9 and 10, she was sitting down on them punches. I mean, she was, man, throwing a big right hand. Man, she was sitting down on them punches, but she just couldn't get out of there. She was a tough hombre, but she put on a good performance. And in Detroit, man, a lot of people was there last night that I talked to. Man, she had Detroit on fire last night.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. She had Detroit on fire in the streets and everything. So Baumgardner, Mayweather. No offense against Texas. No offense against Texas, but the
Hey man,
Midwest,
don't start that shit. Don't start that shit this morning,
Mid-
man.
the Midwest got the best.
I got the mute button today, goddamn it. I'll mute your ass. Don't start.
I mean,
Don't
I'm
start.
just saying Detroit got a rich background in boxing.
Well, Texas run boxing right now.
Well, I'm just saying, if you take it as a whole, right? And right now in the Midwest,
Nah,
I'm just saying.
you trying to say Midwest. At first you said Detroit. Now you trying to add Ohio and shit. No.
Okay, but she did a great job for Detroit, man. They was happy to see her do, in Detroit. I'm just gonna say the state of Michigan. They put out some good fighters, right next door to Illinois.
Yeah, fact.
They put out some great fighters, and so she added to that. and that's the whole reason why she came to Detroit, came back to Detroit. It was to get the great sparring, link up with Tony. Now, keep in mind that his father used to train her before he passed. So, but she need to work on this gas tank, and because that's going to be her downfall in the long run if she don't work on it. Because I have seen her pretty much barely got out of there with the win with that gas tank. So.
Yeah.
But like you say, like I said at the beginning, how can you do that? And you got to train that his gas tank wasn't that great. So maybe they have to make some changes. So that's all I got on that.
Yeah, man. Like it's like a conundrum, a double-edged sword, whatever. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Whatever saying commonly known that you want to use, that's what it is with her and Frank Martin. We'll talk about Frank Martin in a minute, but for Alycia Baumgardner specifically, it's like the same shit that make her not have a gas tank is the same reason why she's so goddamn explosive. Cause she trained to be fast and quick and explosive and muscular and hit hard. And when she sit down on her shots, like I don't see no other woman that sit down on their shots like that and look like that. Like her shit be whipping. Like she made Christina Leonardo look like she had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the goddamn ring. Boy, when she was turning up on it, you like, oh, she about to stop her every goddamn time. But with all that muscle and all that damn explosion and shit, we'll talk about Frank in a minute. That's why she had to take a break. She had to take some time off to get that shit back going, get that engine back going. But when she turned up, it was dominant. You know what I mean? It was a huge separation. But then when she would get tired, Leonardo would be able to get off. She'd be able to work. You know what I'm saying? She'd be able to do her thing, but she always would need to refuel a little bit. That's why, like you said in them later rounds, what she was doing, OG, the first minute and 15 seconds, she just pity patting, moving around a little bit, just chilling. Then that last 45 seconds, boy, she turning up. I'm talking about she was digging down to that body, landing that right hand up top. She was hitting Leonardo so hard, Leonardo would go flying back to the ropes and shit. Yeah. Leonardo got a chin on her ass, boy.
Yeah, don't she? Man.
Chin on her ass, boy. Chin and a gut. Boy, she durable in the mug. I'm telling you. I wholeheartedly believe 100%. If there's any other 130-pounder in there with them shots that Baumgardner was landing, bro, they probably they ain't staying up. She would at least got a knockdown on their ass. She would at least got a knockdown on their ass. And you said that if it was 3 minutes, then Alycia Baumgardner probably would have got the knockout. Shit, if it was 3 minutes, Alycia Baumgardner probably could have been in danger of losing the fight.
Yeah.
Man, she was tired, boy. She was tired. Hey, and when she did that shit in the first round, I was like, she going, and she struggled with her gas tank the whole rest of the fight. If you really was watching and paying attention, she came out in the first round, bro, and she was tagging Leonardo. I'm talking about put hands on her nasty. And I was like, man, if she don't get her out of here, she gonna have to get her fuel back. And sure enough, for the whole rest of the fight, she was fighting in spurts. So, like you said, man, you gave an astute breakdown. Like, if she gonna go up to 135 and deal with the top of that division, because Katie Taylor probably be gone soon, but that chick that just beat Katie Taylor, Chantel Cameron and women like that, like if you gonna go up there and deal with them, you have to find a way to fix your gas tank. You have to, because they can punch and they can get you about 80, 90 punches per round. And then if they get her tired enough, she ain't gonna be able to have them moments of being explosive. She ain't gonna be able to have and be able to fight in spurts. She gonna end up losing and getting outworked by somebody, but all because of one issue, and that's her gas tank, man. She gotta find out a way to get her gas tank. I don't know if they don't do road work or if they don't spar a bunch of rounds, or I don't know what it is, but bro, it's something about Tony Harrison camp and Breadman camp. Y'all people be high on them, and we got Breadman. We got Tony Harrison. Well, they fighters be having huge flaws that always come back to bite them, and that is out of them camps, man. Their gas tanks be trash. Caleb Plant gas tank trash. Who else did Breadman just train? Julian J. Rock Williams' gas tank trash. Tony Harris's gas tank was trash. Alycia Baumgardner gas tank is trash, bro. Like with them two camps, like y'all be high on them if y'all want to, but you can't be getting tired. Like that's one thing you can control. You know what I mean? In a fight, you can control. You can't control if somebody hits you. You probably can't control how you react to a punch if you get hurt. But what everybody can control whether or not they in shape, bro.
Right.
You can control whether or not you ready to go the full distance that you need to go to be able to be in shape and do what you need to do. You can control your conditioning. So the fact that those two camps right now are not able to find a way to show that they can be in good condition and they don't get tired, man, I wouldn't send a fighter over there, bro. No matter how good Alycia Baumgardner is performing right now, if I'm a manager, man, I ain't sending my fighter nowhere where I know my fighter gonna be getting tired and shit every single fight. Every high level fight now, you know Alycia Baumgardner gonna get tired, bro. We done seen it too many times. Every high level fight, you know Caleb Plant, his ass getting tired. Like say what you want. Caleb Plant can look in shape. He can have a 12-pack, a 18-pack. He can talk all his shit at the press conference. You know by about round 7, round 8, you're gonna be looking at Caleb Plant like, say, bro, you tired? You gonna be all right? What happened? You was looking so explosive and athletic, but what happened to you? So she gotta fix that, OG, and that's really all I got on it, man.
Let me say this real quick. If you look at Tony Harris, look at Julian J. Rock, Caleb Plant, Alycia Baumgardner, they can box. But only thing about it is, it's like they focus more on the ring IQ in the boxing more than the workout. It's like you're gonna do one or the other. We're gonna keep working on this, and we're gonna work on getting in shape later. It sound. I'm not saying they say that, but that's look like what's going on. You can box beautiful. Julian J. Rock was a great boxer. He's a great boxer, but he just don't have that gas tank. And Tony Harrison, him and Jamel had a great that first fight. Man, he was boxing. He was boxing well in the second fight, but he just got caught because that gas tank. Then Alycia Baumgardner, she can box. Just gas tank. So they're gonna have to work on that. That's all.
Yeah, like you can tell, like it's skills. That's all they focusing on, skills.
Yep.
Skill, and that's why they look so sharp.
Right.
But when all you like at some point, you gotta, once you get to a certain level of skills, now let's make sure that you can show those skills every minute of every round and every round of the fight. And that's when you get to that next level. That's when you get to Floyd. Floyd don't never get tired, but he always worked on the skills, kept himself sharp. And he able to do that shit the whole goddamn fight. You wasn't gonna catch him slipping. You wasn't gonna catch him getting tired and shit. As a matter of fact, he was in such good shape, he could take punches, pressure fighters. He could do that shit the whole fight off the back foot and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bro. I thought that she did a very good job. But I still see them same holes, man. I still see that head movement go away, them legs go away. And she becomes easy to hit, and she always get tired, and she always need time to get her engine back going and get her motor back going. And you can't do that, man. You can't do that at the highest level. You know what? And the thing is, she may be athletic enough to get away with it right now. She's 28, 29 years old. But if she plan to fight to her mid-30s, she plan to fight to 35, 36, and try to like really set up her family to where she ain't got to work after she get done boxing. That athleticism start going away. You start getting tired even quicker in a fight. That's when the shit can become a problem. So it may not creep back up for a few more years, y'all. Like it may be 34, 30, but I'm telling you, the older you get, that shit become harder and harder. So she need to fix that shit right now if she can. But that's all I got on the man. Let's talk about the main event last night on the Showtime card, man. Let's talk about Frank Martin versus Artem. You called it, you saw it. What you got on that fight, man? What'd you think of the performance of Frank the Ghost Martin?
Man, he started off great performance. But only thing about Frank Martin, and I don't know, maybe there's something going on. I don't know. But he was fighting spurts. He was fighting in spurts. He would fight a little bit, come out first half of the round. Then, of course, it died down. It'd go down. His work ethic would go down, keep going down, and he couldn't perform like he did in the beginning of the round. I mean, he going downstairs. He's now I don't know, is this me or maybe I'm wrong, but it's like he's trying to use an angle too much. He's trying to span him too much. Now, he does a great job of using angles, but it's like he's using an angle when you don't have to. And Arnold was catching him with nothing but body shots, and that was from a distance. And Martin would come in, attack, bang up the guard, and then he'd get hit in the body, and then there go another body shot, then another body shot. Then when he spans and using angles, he get hit with another body shot, So, but he was fighting in spurts. He was more playing defense than offense last night. But overall, he still had was on point with his punches. He still was on point with that, So he was going downstairs to the body, So he did a okay performance. But I can't say this wasn't Frank Martin's best performance, but still, he still needs some things he need to work on. And of course, the 135 division is getting heated up again, so he's gonna have to work on that. And yes, he did do enough to win last night. Don't get me wrong; he did enough to take the win last night, because he outlanded 167, I think, to 111 punches. He landed 160 some punches. So he he did enough to win, but it wasn't one of his great performances. But I can say this though, Derrick James going to fix that. Hopefully, and maybe he sees something that, or maybe he just didn't know. Look, one thing about it, and I don't care what type of style of fighter has. Of course, some people, have him as the favorite to win, but sometimes it just don't work out that way. Sometimes like awkward fight is the hardest fighter to fight. So styles make fights. So now I think he pretty much ran into a little roadblock last night. But that's okay. You're gonna have to deal with that anyway. But he came out and did enough to pull out the win. So shout out to Frank Martin for doing that though. But he still did okay. But we had seen better from him.
Yeah, man. Shout out Big Dog Willie too with the 2000 Super Chat. Shakur beat Frank Martin ass. Con destroys Earl Spence. Yeah, all right. Whatever you say. Go ahead, OG. My bad.
Nah, Big Dog will be wilding, but but yeah. So he get that fixed, knockout, man, because it wasn't a big blunder. He just said, he gonna look when you step up in competition, that ain't gonna be nothing. What he did last night, he gonna have a harder fight than that. And the only thing about it is, look at Bruce Enns when he fought Karen. People said, "Oh man, Bruce, man, oh man, I thought he was this and that. He was this and that." No. Look, style make fights, and then what happened? Bruce came back and put on a damn dominant performance. So each fight you got to take step by step. Each fight you got to prepare differently. You can't prepare for the same fight. Every fight is gonna be different, and so maybe just something he wasn't doing correctly last night. Maybe he wasn't feeling well. I don't know, but one thing about it, one of his best performances. I can say that. But he got the win, and that what counts.
This is what I think, OG. If all you guys go back, you'll see the rounds that Frank won. He won them so wide, bro. Like when he won rounds. He won them so wide, like round 6, 10, 11, and 12. He was so dominant in those rounds. But I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, something that matters a lot in boxing and people aren't paying attention to. Out of all those guys out of Derrick James' camp, you look at Jamel, you look at Earl, you look at you look at those two, because those are him, Jamel, and Earl are like the original three. Like Anthony Joshua just got there for one camp. Ryan Garcia ain't even had a camp there yet. So we'll talk about those three. Frank Martin, out of all those three, he is the one that is carrying the most amount of muscle, bro.
There you go.
Like he is carrying so much muscle, and that's why he's so fast. He explosive. He quick. But just like we talked about with Baumgardner, Frank Martin got to fight in spurts. And if you go listen to the corner Derrick James, like, why you not jabbing? Why you not doing this? Why you not doing that? Because his ass was tired, bro. When he dominated a round, he would always need a couple of rounds off. And that's where you get those close rounds from. It wasn't because Artem was better than him. Frank was blocking most of those shots. His defense was on point. His defense is legit, bro. He got real good defense. Now he got caught to the body a few times, and you could tell he don't like them body shots. But the thing that hurts him is the fact that he gotta get that engine back going, bro. He can't fight consistently the whole fight. But when he do fight, when he does have enough energy, bro, y'all saw he was dominant. Like when it come to talent, skills, athleticism, ability, bro, he was so much better than Artem when he had his energy. But that guy, when he would have a great round, go what? Like round, the only time that he had consecutive great rounds was when he had to bite down and he felt like he needed them hoes, like in the back half of the fight when Derrick James was telling him, look, bro, you need to go for the goddamn stoppage. Their last 3 rounds, he turned up and he separated himself at the back half of the fight. But when it was round 6, go look at round 7 and 8, bro. Frank Martin didn't do nothing in 7 and 8, bro. He was chilling. He was chilling round 7 through 8 because he had landed like 37 punches in round 6. He thought he was gonna stop him. He let his hands go a lot. And then he had to recoup. So to me, I don't think it was skills. I don't think Frank Martin got exposed. I don't think none of that. I think Frank Martin needs to find a way to maybe drop some muscle mass, bro. Cause he ain't a tall 135, but bro, go look at Frank Martin. That boy is a big 135 pounder, bro. That's a lot of muscle. You know what I'm saying?
How can he drop that though? How can he drop that muscle mass? How can he drop that muscle?
He got to do more. He got to get off the weights. Do more calisthenics, like do your pull-ups, do your push-ups and shit. Maybe use the axe and chop the tree, or do the shit they do with the hammer with the tire. And he need to run more, and then that's gonna make him lean out. And you can still be strong and explosive, and still get it off if you stay at 135. Or maybe he can try the other thing, and that is move up to 140. Now you cut less weight. Move up to 147. Now you cut less weight. So it's things he can do. But if he gonna stay at 135, he got to find a way to get rid of some of that muscle, bro. Because when you take all that, when you dehydrate yourself down to make weight, and you take all that muscle out your body and shit, and then you get back up and shit, that's how dudes cramp. That's how dudes lose cardio and shit. He got to do a whole lot more cardio and not focus so much on strength. Maybe he won't be as explosive. Maybe he won't be as fast or be able to take angles as quick, but he'd rather be a little bit slower but be able to fight for 3 minutes of every round than be as explosive and as fast as he is and got to take 2 rounds off every time he decides to get active in a round. You'd rather be able to fight those other 2 rounds, maybe at a little bit lower output than not fight him at all. Because I'm talking about he had rounds, bro. If you go look at the punch count, he had rounds where he threw like 15 punches, bro.
Right.
You go look at him. You go look at him in round 7 and 8, bro. He wasn't letting his hands go at all. He wasn't letting his hands go at all, bro. And that was because of what he did in round 6. You can't be punishing yourself. You know what I'm saying? For what you do in round 6, you can't still be paying for that shit in round 7 and 8. Because Frank is at the point now, OG, where he want to fight Tank. He want to fight Shakur. He want to fight these guys. Let me tell you something. You blow your load against Tank Davis like you blow your load against Artem. And then you go fight 3 rounds tired against Tank Davis and see what the hell happened to you, bro. You get out. You have a great round 6. Let's say the fight go exactly like this. Him and Tank or him and Shakur, they first 5 rounds, they were all real close. And then let's say Frank turn up on one of them in round 6. He turn up on them, but they survive. They don't get hurt. They make it to their corner like Artem did. And now you come out, it's round 7, 8, 9, and Frank tired as hell, and he can't let his hands go and shit because of all the shit that he did in round 6. What the hell you think gonna happen with somebody like Shakur Stevenson or Tank Davis if you go in that bitch for 3 straight rounds tired as hell against them, bro?
I get what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying about how can you lose that muscle mass? Because he's not lifting weights, you know, 45 pounds, something like that, you know. But I hear what you're saying. Maybe he can change that without you losing the weight, because you know he been fighting like that for how long? You know, and remember he got in the game a little late, of course, and he might have been privy to the old, amateur pedigree or how to get in shape and things like that. But if they're, like you're saying, you're right about that. He might have to do some other things and not focus on muscle or trying to sit down and be explosive, and maybe that will help. To go, carry longer and be less explosive. Yeah, that might work with him, and but I just don't know. 'Cause you can. That's the only way you can fix it. I'm just. That's. I guess. I don't know. I'm just kind of confused about that because if he lose that muscle mass, they're gonna make him real slower. Not real slow, but it's gonna make him slower, and maybe that's gonna affect his game a little bit. Now I look at his height; he's real short, and I
Yeah,
have no.
5'8", yeah.
Yeah,
Short and
so
stocky, yeah.
there you go. They put on a lot of muscle when you short. You ever see short guys? They lift weights. They blow
Mm-hmm.
up. I mean, they real big. Tall
Yeah.
guys can't get like that. So and maybe that's the reason, but I don't know. But Tank,
Now,
he's short too. So but his is just
fact.
natural, right? So, all right, yeah. So yeah,
He's
so
short, but he ain't nowhere near as stocky as Frank. He's just naturally
right,
smaller. Like Frank
right.
couldn't never make 126, bro. Like Tank like 5'4". He like 3-4 inches shorter than Frank, and he could
Wow,
make weights that Frank never dreamed of making. He just naturally smaller, bro. And
right.
he get his shit from being low to the ground and turning perfectly with his punches, and he got
Mhm,
outstanding time. He got some gifts that you just can't really teach. But
mhm,
let me ask you this, 'cause I posted this on the community page, and I see
mhm.
people bringing up Shakur Stevenson. And I like Shakur. I'm one of the ones that's kind of taking up for Shakur a little bit when it comes to Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson situation with the whole offer and shit. But I gotta say this, man. When I heard Earl Spence Jr. um talk about how he want to make the fight between Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson, I didn't hear Shakur Stevenson respond to that. I didn't hear him say nothing. I didn't hear him tweet nothing or anything like that. I didn't see any of that. But now, last night, Frank Martin has what looks to be not his best performance, and now all of a sudden here comes Shakur saying it's levels to this, it's that. Why why didn't Shakur say all of this before the fight? Like why didn't he like cause to me, I don't it's kind of like kicking somebody while you're down. It's kind of like, okay, you waited to see him look bad and now you want to talk. Why wasn't he doing this leading up to the fight? Why didn't he do this when instead of letting Keyshawn jump in front of the bullet for him and start talking shit to Frank? When Earl said he wanted to make the Frank Martin fight, why didn't Shakur Stevenson say something at that point? Like why did he wait to see how Frank Martin looked against Artem, and now he's saying there's levels to this? Do you got any takeaways from that or anything
Well,
anything on that, man?
yeah, I like Shakur Stevenson. I'm not one of them guys that, oh, Shakun and all that dumb shit, right? I know I like Shakur. He's an Olympian and he has a great amateur career, amateur background. I like his grandfather. I mean, I like Shakur Stevenson, right? And of course, everybody want to jump on the hanging train and talk about him. When Shakur Stevenson been a bad fighter? When have he ever been a bad, have bad ring IQ? When he haven't been a cocoon, all right? Y'all stop that bullshit. But anyway, because I'm a different type of motherfucker, all right? Okay, so I don't do that, right? So, but Shakur Stevenson, I think he has this air about himself. Hey, I'm an Olympian. I'm a silver medalist. All right. I got a great ring IQ. And Frank Martin just is not on my level, right? But then Frank Martin, Earl want to make this fight with Shakur. And then here comes Shakur Stevenson. Not saying anything because he knows Frank Martin is explosive. He looked real great in the other fights he had. He just had a bad night last night, but he was explosive. And Shakur Stevenson, man, I can't pick this guy apart. But this guy will be up in my chest. He can't keep him at a distance. Kind of Frank Martin use his angles. He step around. He do this. And Shakir saw that. He saw that. But now, as he saw last night, Frank Martin have his best performance. Now, of course, it's like you say, kicking him when he down. Now he want to say something because he think, okay, Frank is slipping. Or like Mikey Garcia, I see something. But he don't not for sure now if he want to go in there with a Frank Martin. All right. But he gonna say something, pretty much trying to save face. Now, ain't no fighter scared of no other fighter. No doubt about it. But I think Shakur Stevenson just got an air about himself that he believed that he's the best. what he does, and it's nothing wrong with thinking like that. You both think you the best at what you do. And I like Shakur Stevenson. I think he's a damn good fighter. I think he gonna be the champ at 135 or 140. But still, I just can't understand why he would come out now after Frank Martin. That's just obvious knockout. That's just obvious that he's pretty much cloud chasing. And I hate to use that word, but that's what it is. He's cloud chasing.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't like when people behave that way. Like if that's the energy all the time with everybody. Every time your name come up, you know what I mean? Like I don't like when fighters behave that way. Like picking and choosing who to have smoke for, what you gonna let slide. Oh, I'll talk shit to this person, but I ain't talking shit to that person and shit like I don't like that, bro. Joseph Curtis with the $10 in super chat says, "Good morning, KO. Good morning, OG. Good morning, Chat. Good morning, Kurt. Joseph, appreciate you showing love in the super chat. And shout out to whatchamacallit in the super chat as well with the $3. He just say peace. A salute to the homie whatchamacallit, man. Look, so Rolly Romero was at the fight too, OG. Rolly Romero ass was at the fight. And he say him and Ryan Garcia, that's the fight that's happening next. And him and Ryan Garcia is going on pay-per-view, man. Is that a pay-per-view fight, man? You buying that? You gonna watch Ryan and Rolly, man?
I heard his trainer Bullet say this about 3 weeks ago. We want Ryan. We want Ryan. We want Ryan. See, listen, everybody is not Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. Gervonta Davis, you know what he brings to the table. Okay, we know that. We know he sells. No damn doubt about it. Right? Ryan Garcia. Is he popular? Yes, he is popular, but you got to have a great dance partner. Rolly, that talk is not going to get it. That's not going to put asses in the seats. Now, they might want to see you get knocked out, but is that a pay-per-view worthy? No. I mean, some people say, well, I pay to see that. No, you pay to see the press conference. But when
Facts.
Right, you pay to see the press conference, but you're not going to pay to see him go in there and fight Ryan Garcia. Both guys now. Ryan Garcia is popular on Instagram. Rolly just popular, just talking, just being dumb, right? But still, in all, I mean, that's not a fight that Ryan want to take right now. Ryan said he want to be serious. Ryan said he want to be a serious fighter. He told Derrick James. He told Oscar De La Hoya. No, he want to be a good fighter, and he want to be more focused on his career, and he want to take it more seriously. Well, by not taking his fight, he's taking it more seriously. Now, I have to say this now. Rolly Romero is a champion. He is a WBA champion at 140. So, I mean, if you want to make that fight, make it happen. That is a championship fight, but it's not a pay-per-view fight. I don't believe it is.
Hey, your chat gonna vote for you to call that fight. Hey, they gonna vote for you to call that fight. It's gonna be another fight card that's way better.
Man, but let me say this, man. No, ever since Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia,
they gonna vote for your ass to call that fight. You gonna call me on phone, man? I gotta call this fucking fight, this bullshit fight. Hey, it's gonna be doing it's gonna be doing one of them Ohio cards. It's gonna be like Shakur gonna be fighting somebody. They're gonna have Abdullah Mason on the card, Tiger Johnson on the card. They're gonna have all them dudes on the card. And they gonna vote for you to call Rolly versus Ryan. You gonna miss the whole other card.
Hey, you know what? Last night I called 2 fights at one time. Last night,
hey, I called you what you do, man.
Yeah, I caught the zone and Showtime caught at the same time. But anyway, I might want to go check that out. I was on fire last night. But anyway, but no, I want to say this though. But ever since Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia had their fight and did the numbers they did, everybody trying to duplicate that some way or somehow, or put themselves in that category, or bring up something else.
Yeah, fact.
Right? So, but you're not Tank Davis. Tank Davis just got that swag about him. Just can't be duplicated. All right. And and I'm not saying that he's better than somebody else, nothing like that. He just does. Ryan Garcia, not the best fighter in the world, but he is a star on the social media. And when you put those together, you're gonna get those type of numbers. They're gonna get those type of numbers. and let's look at Tank. Tank did great numbers, right? But when he did numbers with Ryan Garcia, they went up even higher. So man, so you got to have a great dance partner, and Rolly Romero is not one of those. So that's all I got.
Let me catch the super chat. Then I got one more question before we get out of here. I gotta ask you. I seen some shit. I was watching. I watched the All Access, but Spence did some interviews after the All Access shit. I gotta ask you about one thing in particular, man, before we leave. But shout out Big Dog Willie with the $2 in super chat. Says Haney Code is in full effect this morning. In fact, hey, Big Dog Willie, he on like he say Devin Haney got a court. He said he ain't got no fans. He got a court. Damn, Big Dog Willie, that fucked up. Look, man. Let me ask you this. So Earl Spence said something that I'm making as soon as we get off this motherfucker, I'm making a video about it. I gotta talk about it. But I want to ask you this, man. He said that part of the negotiations, one of the things that he has to do with Terrence Crawford is they have to have bro. Listen. They gotta have a coin flip to see who walk out last. That Terrence Crawford didn't want to accept being the B-side so bad. They gotta have a coin toss, dog. They gotta have a coin toss to see who gonna come out last and shit, man. What you think of this shit, man? Hey, Bud, make it too easy to go in. I can't wait to shoot this video. Bud, make it too easy, bro. Like, Rolo, he make it too easy, dog. I don't mean he just the gift that just keep giving content to a motherfucker, man. Like
I like his competitiveness, right? But he just refused to say I'm the B side, right? Wait, but I was an ESPY Awards winner, right? That ain't gonna put no commerce in there. Do you understand what the A side details, right? Yeah, but I was undisputed. That don't matter. You at 147 now, but I moved on weight classes, right? Don't do a brother like that, right?
Hey, bro. Hey, we almost didn't get the biggest fight in boxing because this nigga want to walk out last, bro. Oh, I can't wait.
His ego is just amazing to me, right?
I can't wait. And then, he almost passed up on tens of 20s of millions of dollars because this nigga want to walk out last, bro.
Right. He's real stubborn. And that was his downfall in his career earlier. You know, Bob said, man, I can't make him do interviews. Right? He won't talk to nobody. Right? And that was his downfall. And that's why he didn't sell. That would affect his career. You know, that mindset. But then again, that same mindset made him successful at his career. You know, so I mean, it's just funny about it because he's just competitive and he refused to say that he's the B side of this situation. Like you say, you can't change them belts. You can't change the undisputed into money, right? That commerce is what you're doing for me now. What have you done for me lately? That's what it is. And now he got to understand that, but he refused to understand that. He refused to do that. Now, Earl is treating him like a little brother, right? Damn, okay, I said I'll take you to the store. Okay, we'll have the coin toss. We'll have the flip. Okay, damn, I had to give up some concessions to make this fight. Right, because I wasn't going nowhere. I didn't want to go nowhere to our fighting, so I had to give up some things, right? Because to make him happy, right? Because he's just stubborn, right? He's just a stubborn dude, right? And I ain't gonna say nothing bad about him because he's a great fighter.
Hey, if he lose the coin toss, OG, if he lose that motherfucker, hey, it's gonna be like when Wilder was fighting Fury the second time. He ain't gonna come out. He gonna just refuse to come out the dressing room. He gonna make everybody wait for like 10, 15 minutes. They're gonna be like. You know how they'll get on them and be like, we're told that nothing is wrong with Crawford. We're told that Crawford is coming out, but he has decided that he's going to walk to the ring when he wants to walk to the ring.
Right.
He's playing mind games right now.
But that
bitch refusing to come out, man. I'm supposed to go last, man. I don't know what the fuck.
Man, you know, that mindset, you know, that now, like I said, you know, I really tripping, but you know, it you know, all assets did a great job. They did a great job with that. I mean, it's only been 2 parts, but those 2 parts were great informative.
Yeah,
now, I know you was looking for a little more ish in it, a little more.
This one gave me just enough. When I heard that when I heard he put it in the contract that they got to do a goddamn coin toss to see who walk out last, that's all I needed, bro. That's all
Yeah.
I need. I'm happy now. That shit give me, that shit tell me everything I need to know, which is why I'm so confident in my pick and everything. That boy delusional. He about to get his
Right,
ass
right.
whooped, man.
I mean, man, they just so funny that that mindset, it can be a good thing and a bad thing, and like I said, that hindered him a lot in top rank. How he didn't sell that well because he didn't do interviews. He just didn't want to do it unless he want to get paid for it or something. But I don't know. But now that same mindset made him the champion he is. He refused to go down. He refused to get knocked down. He forget, so, but now, he won against Earl Spence, one of the unified champion of the 147 division, and just refused to say, that, hey, I'm the A side, not you, but, that amazed me. I didn't know that until I heard that,
You know what I hope, man? You know what I hope? I hope they publicize the goddamn coin toss at the weigh-in, so I can see a motherfucker reaction if he lose that motherfucker, or win that motherfucker. Hey, if he win that bitch, he gonna be like, yes,
right, man,
yes, I get to walk out last. If he lose that motherfucker, he gonna lose his goddamn mind, man. He gonna, man, do it again, flip it again, man.
Right.
That's
Right.
2 out of 3.
Let me ask you something, Gail. Do you think that mindset will hinder him,
Oh, bro.
or make him a better a fighter, or well, he been had that mindset, so I can't say that. But that same mindset might be his downfall.
I think
Okay.
I think he's a very emotional person and emotional fighter. So I think in a fight like this, it could help him a lot or it could hurt him a lot. So if he really is able to tap into that emotion, and what if he can get somewhere mentally where Earl can't go and he just refused to be denied and he turned all the way up and he do some shit that I don't expect him to do. So it could help him, but my guess is it's gonna hurt him because I don't think that he's gonna be able to. It's gonna make him do stupid shit. Like, so anybody that's doing all of this, if they get hit, they'll probably disregard the game plan. They'll probably do things that won't be advantageous for them to try to get their lick back and shit like that. Like, I think you get to see in his personality why he fights the way he fights, why he fought Mean Machine the way he fought Mean Machine, not sticking to a game plan, choosing to sit down and fight with him. It's because of stuff like this. It's because of that pride. It's because of that arrogance. It's because of that unwillingness to accept that he may be the B side or he may be, whatever. You know what I mean? That's the same shit that make him great. But your pride is every man downfall. So that level of pride to just see what it is and ignore it and be willing to put that in to be willing to put that into negotiations, to be willing to have the mind of shit. If I can't get some sort of say in who walk out last, if we can't do a coin toss with who walk out last and shit, I just don't want the fight. To really be like, yo, if I don't have an opportunity to walk out last, I'm willing to throw all this shit away. Bro, it's some delusional shit going on. So that, of course, that could fuck with you in the fight. So, because you need to be clear-headed, level-headed in a fight like this, because shit could get ugly.
Right.
Shit could get ugly, and if you start drowning and you don't know how to keep your focus, and you try even harder and harder to keep doing the same shit that's not working, oh, that could fuck you up. That could definitely fuck you up in a fight. His emotions and his mental, it got to be straight. It got to be tied on. It got to be tied on straight. Because I know one thing: Earl ain't gonna he ain't gonna deviate from the game plan. He gonna keep doing what he do, and he gonna keep going. Bud is the one you have to worry about being volatile, and you have to worry about all that shit with. Not Earl. Like I said yesterday on the video I dropped, OG. Like, I know what Earl gonna do. He been tested. Like guys like Drink and Rolo and these other Bud fans, they act like Bud is the test for Earl. Like, nah, we know what Earl gonna do. He done been through that fire. He done been through shit. He done went to go to Sheffield, England, and take somebody belt from him. We done seen him face adversity and shit. We know what Earl gonna do in adversity. Bud is the one. Like, Earl is the test for Bud, bro. Bud is the one that ain't proven shit. He the one that got durability questions. He the one whose chin is in question. He's the one that we don't know how he gonna look when it comes time to conditioning and cardio, because he ain't never had to fight every second of every fucking round. That's him. Earl is his test, not the other way around, bro. Like, a lot of y'all get that shit twisted to keep it 100 with y'all. Like, I know, like, you can say what you want, when it come down to it, bro, we all know that Earl can fight every second of every round. We know that he's durable. We know all of these things about him. When it come to Bud, we don't know that because he ain't never had to fight every second of every round. We don't know that because he ain't never had to dig deep like that and really like somebody that's gonna make him fight. But and we know we seen him get put down by Mean Machine. We seen what Gamboa did. He's the one that got the questions, bro, not Earl. So y'all keep thinking that shit. Rick Tim, shout out to the homie, the OG from Houston and shit. Shout out to all y'all, bro. We literally 13 days away. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Y'all will see. Don't worry. Y'all will see. And we'll all be right here on July 30th. And y'all be like, damn, knockout. That was some. You was right, bro. You was right. Just like I told y'all. It's crazy. They listen, OG. When I told them about Frank Martin and all that shit, I told them about Alycia Baumgardner. I tell them about these fights. They listen. But then when it comes to their favorite fighter, like, well, this the one you're going to get wrong. This the one you don't know what you're talking about. All right, bro. Just come holler at me July 30th, and then we'll all have fun. But look, that's all I got, man. OG, give me your last words, man. Let them know when you're going live this week and all that, man. And,
yes, sir. All right.
Another great show, man. Go ahead.
Okay, yes, sir. Great show, knockout. Yes, sir. All right. And don't forget, Friday, I will be giving away the pay-per-view for the Earl Spence and Terence Crawford fight. And then we're also going to do a pay-per-view for Canelo and Jermell Charlo. All right. Definitely got to do one for my guy. Right. So, get ready for that this Friday. And we will be live 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. But I will be off tomorrow. Okay. But I will be back live Tuesday. Okay, I will be off tomorrow, but I will be live Tuesday. All right. So I thank everybody. I thank everybody last night. All right. And that's all. Oh, man, the singing OG guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, man, shout out to everybody. I'll be live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night this week. And y'all know we're dropping content to the channel every single day. So y'all be sure to check that out. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. All the support, all the people that donated to the Cash App and the Super Chat today. Let me see if I got any Cash Apps. I didn't even check. I don't think so, though. But everybody.
In the debate knockout?
I'm trying to set up Boxiana versus 817. So we'll see how that goes. Shout out to that's something else. Okay, yeah. So no Cash Apps, but thank y'all everybody, man. We will see y'all very soon. The next debate should either be this week or next week. I'm working to schedule it. So y'all stay tuned to the channel. Either way, we're gonna be live and we're gonna have great shows one way or the other. And I appreciate y'all, man, for all the support and helping the channel grow. And OG, another great show. And I'll see you next week. Other than that, man, y'all be sure to watch boxing.
Quick, after the 29th, is that your weekend on your platform?
Yeah, because this week and then next week we on yours, and then right after the Bud and Earl fight will be right here. So y'all tune in, mark your calendars and shit, because it's gonna go down. That's probably gonna be one of the most. That's gonna be one of the best shows in the goddamn year right there, boy. We gonna be lit.
Yeah,
we gonna be lit one way or the other.
That's why I asked you that, because I didn't want to know that night. You
either come here to give props or come here to talk your shit. Either way, come to this motherfucker because it's gonna be a great show. Yes, regardless of what happens, we're gonna have fun, man. But salute to you, OG. Salute to everybody in the chat. We'll catch y'all next time. And salute Miss KO. She's somewhere asleep, probably wiping the crust out of her eyes. I didn't see her this morning, so she's still back there asleep. But y'all take it easy, and we'll catch y'all next time, man. All right, peace out. Yeah.